I'm Silver. It is Monday, May 6th. I just wanted to say a quick hello to any new viewers and an awesome welcome back must also go to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. You can actually find me on Ravelry as Silverluna2112. I am at Silver Streets on Instagram and at Silver's Knitting on Twitter. Anyway, how have you all been? I have actually been really good. I do have a few things to talk to you about, so I should probably get started, right? So, grab your drink of choice, your knitting or crafting, and away we go. Again, today I'm going to be drinking some sparkling water. I believe this is orange creamsicle or something along that lines, but let me just take a quick drink and we will get started. Alright, let's move on to my favorite things. My brother actually ended up moving yesterday, so that meant that MDI, my parents, one of my brother's friends, and I all helped him move into a pretty awesome new condo. Lots of space for him, so I'm super excited for him. Moving on to FOs. Yes, I actually did manage to finish a few things this month. I managed to finish a total of 4 washcloths. So that does mean that I got to the end of March 2019 washcloths. Just to remind you, I have actually been using Grandma's Dishcloth by PJ Allen all year, as well as a US 6, which is a 4.0 marble circs. For all of these washcloths, I used Knit Picks Dishy solids in the Azure colorway. Blush, I did 3 of them in that color. And the last one I ended up using Conch, which is one of the orange ones. You guys, I do have a hoe though. I managed to finish one of the ribbing mark socks. And just to remind you, I have actually been using the Vanilla is the New Black pattern by Vanessa Fletcher. And I have been using Ziton Trekking XXL in the colorway 578. I know, very original. But it is green with a little bit of blue and some orange and some red flecks in it. I absolutely love the way that this is coming out. And I have been using a size US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter needle. I am just past the ribbing on the second sock now. I'm actually working on it as we talk. And since the last time that you saw me, I did start a total of 3 new projects. The first was my May 2019 DVD sock. This month I am going to use the Toe Up Socks with a Difference pattern by Wendy D. Johnson. I have been using the Desert Vista Dye Works Visa base just for mom colorway. And I am using a size US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter needle on the 9-inch circs. And this is actually being housed in my Beauty and the Beast stained glass bag by Molly Klein Designs. I love this bag, you guys. Hence why I'm using it every month for my Desert Vista socks. The second thing that did get started this week was what I called ITA baby socks. I am making this for a podcaster friend of mine. I won't say who, just on the off chance that they actually end up listening to the show. Either way, I am using Genevieve's Tube Socks by Jasmine and Gigi Knitmore. Yes, those Knitmores. I have been using Universal Yarns Uptown DK in the Tea Party colorway, which is blues and one little pink stripe. Oh, super adorable, you guys. I am just about done with the first sock on that one already, so, because, you know, baby knits go quick. I am actually housing this in my knitting sheet bag by Slip Stitch Studios, and I am knitting these on the US 1.5, which I believe is a 2.5 millimeter, 16-inch circulars. The last thing that I have been working on since the last time we talked was what I called April 2019 washcloths. I am starting the first one for this one. Again, I am using the Grandma's Dishcloth by PJ Allen, and I am using Knit Picks Dishy solids in the blush colorway. And like I mentioned, I am using a US 6, which is a 4.0 marble circs. And this is being housed directly in my blue TARDIS bag by Addicted to Sock Knitting. Yes, it has been a relatively slow-ish week with my knits this week, but I do have a lot of stuff to talk about in Administrati and the following segments, so let's move on to Radio GaGa. I have been listening to Journey's Escape and Alice in Chains' Dirt for the newest episode of MTI and my new podcast, Music for Two. Just so you know, that did get released yesterday. So if you'd like to go see that, we do have our YouTube channel. I will go ahead and link that down below in the bar, so that way you can go if you'd like to. Sorry, allergies today. I have also been listening to a fair amount of podcasts as well while I've been getting ready for MTI and my podcast. I have listened to The Murder Squad. I've listened to the Wayward podcast, My Favorite Murder, Wine and Crime, Harry Potter and the Sacred Text, and That's Why We Drink, Associates Anonymous, Voyage to the Stars, Outlander Cast, and The Knitmer Girls. Yes, I got a little bit behind, so I had to catch up this week because, why not? Silver's book pile. I have finished a total of 6 books. The first was Read, Write, Love at Seaside by Addison Cole, No Ordinary Love by Anne Christopher, First Touch by Taylor Branton, Three Men and a Maybe by Katie Howell, The Billionaire's Heart by Nancy Adams, and Awakening by Brianna West. Oh, really quick reads, you guys. Don't worry about that. I am also currently reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I am reading A Breath of Snow and Ashes by Dana Gabaldon. And I actually just started reading Air Untamed by Danielle Borden. I think that's how you pronounce the name, Bordon. And the last thing I've also been putting a fair amount of reading time in recently is an audiobook, Cinder, by Marissa Mayer. Oh, I love this book so far, you guys. I almost didn't want to start recording because I was listening to it beforehand, but then again, I digress. Let's move on to Silver and the Case of the Screen Time. You guys, I have completely finished catching up with Supernatural, so Supernatural season 14. Oh my goodness, that season finale, let me tell you. But most of season 14, the only thing I could think of was all the feels, you guys, all the feels. So there was a few funny things that happened in season 14, especially this quote here that I'm going to play for you.
In what was supposed to be a speech on farming subsidies, the president instead spent more than 2 hours disclosing his entire tax history, deep ties to Russia and North Korea, and a, quote, demon deal he made with someone named Crowley.
I couldn't resist putting it in there, you guys. Let's see. As to movies that I've watched this week, I watched Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I also watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because I was on a roll. Let's see. As to podcasts, I do have a full list of podcasts that I watch on a weekly basis. I listed this directly on my show notes page, which was www.silversdreamlandpodcast.com. That way you can kind of tell what I watch on a weekly basis. However, I'm going to specifically mention that this week was very light on podcast watching because I was trying to finish Supernatural. But I did manage to catch up with 2 episodes of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast because I finally finished Supernatural, and the Knitters League had a podcast go up. The more you know. Okay, you guys, it is time for a Cal breakdown. Alright, let's discuss the Great Podcaster Crafty Other 2019. This is a Cal that I am hosting in 2019. The Craft Together itself will start on January 1st and will end on December 31st. If you are a podcaster and like to go ahead and host an FO thread on your Ravelry board as well as the main post, that's up to you, and that's perfectly fine. So chatter threads are even better in your threads as well, it's up to you. And also, giving away prizes is also up to your personal preference. If you are officially participating in the along, please PM me directly. I am Silverluna2112 directly on Ravelry. I will go ahead and add you to the list of podcasts that are participating. This does include your podcast banner being included, as well as you being added to the list of moderators if you so choose as well. And for everyone else that is not a podcaster, if you do happen to listen to any podcast at all and would like to go ahead and join in the along, please feel free to go ahead and join in and definitely spread the word on all social medias, including Instagram and everywhere else that you may be participating. Please use the hashtag TheGreatPodcaster, K2TOG. Now for the rules. You must be a member of the KAL Ravelry group. I'll link everything in the show notes. So your projects must use at least 10 yards of yarn. Now, individual socks do count, unless, of course, whenever you finish the pair, that one pair will only count once. Sorry about that. Them's the breaks. It's kind of how socks work, I guess. So, any project that you finish in 2019 will count. Just so you know, non-Ravelry crafts are allowed. This does include, for example, scrapbooking, latch hooking, quilting, sewing, needlepoint, holiday baking, even diamond painting will count, as well as regular painting. Just so you know, I would like to have a before and after post as well when you do put them in the Ravelry thread, just so that we can kind of see your progress and see basically what it looked like before. So poly dipping is allowed and actually even encouraged. We have a thread going in the FO thread. I do encourage everyone to go ahead and include what other cows they're participating in. That way we can go ahead and participate as well. Now, in the case of scrappy blankets, so one stripe or 3 squares count as an FO in this context, because quite frankly, who isn't working on some version of a scrappy blanket, or maybe 2 or 3 in my case. But yeah, and I know those FOs won't, and those larger FOs won't be completed in time for the end of the year. It's just a fact of how scrappy blankets are supposed to work. Now, you want to know about the prizes, right? I am fairly set on prizes for now, but I will accept any if you would like to go ahead and donate. If you'd like to donate anything for the prize pool for the cow, please PM me. Again, I am Silverluna2112. The first one in the prize pool are 12 individual patterns of $10 or more patterns on Ravelry of the winner's choice. And once a quarter, I will be giving away a copy of my Proud to Be Me pattern that I created last year. Let's see. Oh, and Java Pearl Designs will be giving away 1 free pattern of your choice from their Ravelry store. So a total of 12 for the entire year. There will also be a set of stitch markers that's donated by Colson 111322. We'll have pictures soon, I promise. And there also are 3 skeins of yarn by Nice and Knit. The first 2 are on their fingering yarn base, which is 490 yards of 100% superwash merino. The first colorway was Sand Dollar, and the second one I believe is Deep Blue Sea. There's no name of it on the label, but it's super cute. And the third skein of yarn from Nice and Knit is on their sock weight yarn base, which is 463 yards of 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. Again, no name on the label, but I believe it was called Mayflowers. We also have a skein of yarn from Mad Fuzzy Yarns on her pretty tough sock base. It's called the Season's Greetings colorway. I love this colorway, you guys. Let's see, from the Spotted Circus, we do have a worsted weight skein of her Paca CVM wool, which is 80% alpaca and 24% CVM wool. Oh yes, and Most Crochet is actually donating 4 individual skeins for handspun yarn, one to be given away per quarter. Oh, and from Adorn Knits, we do have a winter theme Progress Keeper and stitch marker set. And we did get a large donation from Knit Picks, which is awesome of them. I have gone ahead and separated them out into multiple prizes to be more fair to everyone participating. The first one is the Stitch Fix and Connecting Threads Scissors package. There's also a colored stitch markers with tin and yellow tape measure. That's the second one. The third one is actually a purple Notions clutch. Oh, love it. And the last one that they donated was a gold needle organizer. Let's see, from Joanna at Stitching the High Notes. I do have a enamel pin from her shop, as well as a candy cane Progress Keeper. I believe there will be more coming soon. Don't quote me on that, though. And from Molly Klein Designs, we do have a pink gingerbread town bag, as well as the caramel latte yarn that she gave us. I love the way that looks, you guys. Okay, and from Wee Ones, we did get a set of cute unicorn stitch markers. Oh my gosh, and these spring sheep stitch markers as well. Oh, they're super cute. I'm super jealous of who wins those. Okay, you guys, and the piece de resistance we have a grand prize. Yes, a grand prize. I did announce this last week, I believe, because I had finally gotten word that I can finally go ahead and do so. In this grand prize package, there's going to be an alpaca progress marker from Adorn Knits. There's a physical copy of Interpretation 6. It's still in the mail, annoyed to me, but it is coming. Also, Java Pearl Designs has offered a free ebook of the winner's choice. There's also going to be a Mrs. Brown's bucket bag, a $50 Miss Babs gift card. This is actually going to be a digital gift card sent to the winner directly via email. And the final part of the grand prize was donated generously by the Knit Picks team. They have donated their Rainbow Wood interchangeable collections. One is a crochet collection that has hooks E through K, which is a 4 to a 10.5, and a set of knitting interchangeable needles, which are a size US 4 to 3.5 millimeter, and a size 11 to a size 11, which is an 8.0 millimeter. I am going to go ahead and let the winner pick which one they would like, or if they would like to both, because I don't know if the winner is going to be a knitter only or a crocheter only, or somebody that does both. So yay! Ooh, super jealous of you guys, let me tell you. You guys, and I have a new prize to announce. We did reach 250 FO posts this month, you guys. So to that end, I'm actually adding one more prize to the prize pool. I have decided that I would like to go ahead and try to highlight a specific designer every 50 FO posts on the Ravelry thread for the Great Podcaster Craft Together. I actually will be drawing for those prizes in just a bit. What you can win is a $10 under pattern from Rye Flower Knits Pattern Store. I will go ahead and put the link in the down bar as well as on the show notes. Okay, you guys, we had a lot of people entering FOs in April. Are you ready? So congratulations to everyone that entered FOs this month. Didor 4, Elsa and M, I Now Hour, Jodadiah, Just a Dose of Love, Knit Central, Knitter Chow, El McCall, Most Crochet, Nicole S, Original Sin, Share 2014, The Zeneca, Trilinda, V Shaw 7, and VT Kimmy Kim. Congratulations everyone for entering your FOs. Oh, guys, you did awesome this month. Honorable mentions. So there is a new contest that I did start at the end of January. If you haven't noticed, I've actually been going by everybody's projects and hitting the little love button underneath each post, because I honestly cannot get enough of the awesomeness that you've been working hard on things and finishing things. It's just who I am. I would like to share the love and to go ahead and celebrate everyone's accomplishments. If you agree with me, I would encourage you to start doing so. That would be awesome if you would join me in doing so. So there's going to be an added twist for those that do decide to go ahead and help me share the love. At the end of each month this year, I will actually be awarding the most lovers with a pattern of their choice on Ravelry. I will be announcing the winners of the honorable mentions for the month of March a little bit later. The voting for the month of April has begun. Please be sure to visit the honorable mentions April thread on the Great Podcaster Craft along Ravelry group, and make sure that you mention that you cast your votes for FO entries number 193 through 251 before May 31st at 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. Also, so you know, I might be persuaded to delay closing this until 12 midnight Pacific Standard Time, however. Okay, let's move on to our prize drawing, you guys. The reason you came by. Let's start off with the winner of a $10 or under pattern on Ravelry. I'm going to use random.org to go ahead and pull a number from 3 to 251. Okay, so the winner of a $10 under pattern on Ravelry is post number 24, who is Didor4. So Didor4, please make sure you go ahead and PM me directly. I am Silverluna2112 there on Ravelry with which pattern you would like. So the second prize we're going to draw for is a Java Pearl Designs from their pattern store. Let's see, that is prize number 171 according to random.org. That is Knitter Chow. Congratulations. Please feel free to go ahead and PM me directly. I am, once again, Silverluna 2112. Oh, and we had a donation from I Now Hour of a copy of my Proud to Be New pattern. I will go ahead and I'll give that over to the winner. I'm going to draw randomly again from 3 to 251. We got 177. Okay, so post 177 is Nicole S. Congratulations, Nicole. Please PM me directly and I will send that right over to you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to pull for is the Rye Flower Knits pattern winner. This is going to be any pattern of theirs from their pattern library. This is going to post number 5 according to random.org, who is Craftworker. Congratulations, Craftworker. Please PM me directly on Ravelry Silverluna 2112 with which pattern you would like from Rye Flower Knits. She has a lot of awesome patterns, so I don't envy you that choice at all. So let's move on to the honorable mentions winners. I have already gone ahead and put up a post in the Ravelry group about this, but I wanted to announce the winners here on the podcast as well. So the post with the most loves this time around had 11, who was post number 192, and that is Nicole S. So Nicole S, please go ahead and PM me directly on Ravelry with which $10 under pattern you would like, and I will go ahead and send that over as soon as possible. And from the honorable mentions March thread, I'm going to go ahead and pull one lucky winner or those that voted this month. We had a total of 12 posts, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from 2 through 12. Go ahead and generate that now. Oh, post number 12. That is Original Sin. Congratulations, Original Sin. Please go ahead and PM me directly on Ravelry with which $10 under pattern you would like. So yes, congratulations once again to all of our winners. Okay, and I do have one more piece of administrati before I let you go for today. I have been giving away a physical copy of Interpretation 6 by Hohiko Kateli and Vera Valimaki. Basically, to win this prize, all you had to do was answer my question, which pattern would you knit from Interpretation 6 first? Nice and simple, right? We did have a total of 8 people enter their responses, so I'm going to go ahead and generate right now on random.org. Looks like the winner of this book will be post number 5, who is Share2014. So congratulations, Share. Please go ahead and PM me directly on Ravelry, like once again, Silverluna 2112. Go ahead and PM me your physical address, and I will send that book right out to you. So once more, congratulations. And so Cher's response was, I'd love to knit the community tunic, though for first I might knit the Frozen Fields shawl. I love both of those. I wouldn't blame you for your choice. Trust me on that one. Okay, so we have come to the end of the road. I am pretty social. You can find me on all Ravelry board, which is Silver's Dreamland podcast. I am Silverluna 2112 there on Ravelry. On Facebook, Silver's Dreamland can be found at www.facebook.com/Silver's Dreamland. On Instagram, I am at Silver's Treats. On Twitter, I am at Silver's Knitting. I do tend to read through all messages as soon as I possibly can. However, if you don't hear from me within 24 hours, please feel free to go ahead and email me directly at silversdreamland@gmail.com. As always, everything that I talk about can be found directly in the show notes at www.silversdreamlandpodcast.com. Be aware on Instagram, my direct messages do not work, so if you have been trying to get in contact with me, please go ahead and just email me directly, mostly because my direct messages there do not work. I am so sorry. Okay, I've rambled for long enough. I know your time is valuable. Please feel free to go ahead and join in any discussion or start your own on the Silver's Dreamland Ravelry board. I don't bite, I promise. So please stay tuned for episode 70 on the 13th. Until next time, happy crafting!
Winchester, and I'm looking for the Devil's Son.
What?
What? I meant, I'm Dean Winchester, and I'm looking for the Devil's Son. This badge is fake.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Tell me who your favorite singer is. What? Look, I know you say it's Elvis, but we both know that's crap, so tell me who your favorite singer is.
It's what you said. It's Celine Dion. I mean, Celine Dion. It's Celine. Every time I try and say Elvis, it comes out
The sad, horrible truth. Yeah, you know why? Because we can't lie.